What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Adventures with Maxwell here, and I have pocket change, but this is a special edition because I raided the old lady's purse because I don't have any pocket change. So here we go. Pocket change special edition from the old lady's purse. Well, I was going to finish sorting them all out uh, before I brought you back in, but as I was sorting them, I seen we have our first wheat cent, which I usually don't find in pocket change. It looks pretty nice. Um, doesn't look older, but we'll see. This is a 1955 Philadelphia, and this does have the double die obverse, poor man's doubling, if you will, and as well as, well, let me turn this light off here so we can see the screen. This does look like a little bit of machine doubling on there. Let's go over here and see what the letters look like. Oh, could be die deterioration. Um, I don't see any other signs other than a little bit of poor man's doubling there on that 5, and a little bit could just probably be. I mean, the L is kind of close to the rim, but I don't think it really adds that much value. Anyway, that's our first wheat penny. I'm going to finish sorting these out so we can have an easier search. Bring you back in. Even if I find something before, that's a good thing, right? But if I don't, they'll be sorted out and we'll go through them. All right, I got the pennies separated out into decade. I have the one wheat penny, a couple of 60s, some 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010 to 20, or 2010 to 2019, and then the newer ones. For sake of sake itself, I'm going to ignore the 2020s to 2023s and the teens, because really the only one that you have to look for that's common or could be common is the 2015. And I know that you have 2019 and I think a 2018 Philly, but I don't have any of those in Phillies in here, so we'll ignore those for the time being. We'll stick to the well, even the 2000 and even the 2000s, unless you're going to spend the time looking at the reverse, on the memorial, uh, which can be tedious and hurt your eyes. Anyway, I'm rambling. It's still fun to find if you find them, but it requires a nicer looking penny to be able to really find those. And I only have a couple, so I don't want to spend time and make the video longer on those. I will look at them off camera, and if I find something, I'll make a short or something. But we do have a 2009 Philadelphia, which I believe has the many varieties of DDOs on the back here. Let me turn this light off again so we don't have a glare. What you're mainly looking for is going to be on his left hand, either on the thumb or on the fingers here. And I'm not really seeing it. There's 3, 4, maybe 5 different varieties. I'm not sure if they have any over here. I think they're mainly here. I'm not seeing it, but it is in pretty decent shape. And unless they're really, really corroded and really, really beat up, I don't keep them. But if they look like this, I keep them because it is a low mintage. I did have one unmentionable here. I don't know what it is. So we'll just put that off to the side. We'll act like that's just nothing. I can't weigh it because I don't have any batteries yet still for my scale. So that leaves us with the 90s. As far as the 90s go, really, you got the 92, the 92 DRP, which you're looking for a close AM. The 94P has a DDR on it. 95 and 97P have a DDO. have a double die on the obverse and a doubled ear. And then, of course, you know about the 98, 99 P wide AM. And I've pulled a couple of those out because I don't have any other ones. This is a 1992, and it can be P or D, and you're looking for close AM, which I tell you right now is probably not going to be it. Nope. Hey, you got to look at them, though, because you never know. And then the next one is a 1998 P, and this one, you're looking for wide AM, and of course it's close. I'm just going along it quick because I'm trying to keep the videos a little shorter. I'm not getting a lot of watch through time on the videos, so I want to shorten them up a little bit, so that way maybe everybody's a little bit more interested in watching them. And I'm rambling again. So the 90s are done. The 80s, of course, there's a whole plethora of things you're looking for. 1983s, you always want to weigh them to see, but I can't weigh them. Sometimes they look like they're copper, but they're not. And of course, I have a couple of nice bright and shinies. There are some more or less common DDOs and varieties that you can find on Variety Vista, but the most common ones are your 83P double die reverse, 84P the doubled ear, and then of course you weigh your 83s, and then you've got the 82D copper small date, which is hard to find. So the 80s are done. The 70s have a little bit more. Well, I'll say a little bit more. There's three. There's a 70S, which is a double die obverse, a 71P, and a 72P, which have a double die obverse as well. I don't have any of those in the 70s. Other than the copper, a lot of people don't hang on to them. I like to find the oddities and stuff like that. And I don't have any in this stack. The 60s, I only have two. I have a 69 Denver, and then I have a 64 Denver, none of which have any DDOs or DDRs, but occasionally you can find some weird happenings in there. And then I showed you the wheats in it. The wheat penny at the beginning just popped up in there somewhere. So there's the pennies. The video's already getting long. I may end it here and then do a separate one on the quarters, nickels, and dimes. I don't know. Let me get the pennies cleaned up, change mats, and then I'll think about it and see if we can come back. If I don't, I'll come back and we'll just close it out. If not, we'll hunt some words. We'll hunt something else. So I'll see you in a little bit. So I think I'm just going to end it with the pennies because we're going to be at about 7 minutes or so on the pennies. When you're doing pocket change, you get lucky sometimes and you find, some things. The occasional wheat penny or, the rare, nice looking copper. But that being said, it's getting a little long. I think on the next video, part 2 of this, I will do the quarters and the nickels, and then on the third part, I'll do the dimes because they take a little longer. There's not a lot to look for, but you never know. You might get lucky. And then when I was separating some things, I did see in the nickels some older ones that I can look for any varieties. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep living, keep loving, keep dreaming. Part 2 is coming up.